Good morning, produce friends. I hope you're having a great holiday season. Randy Hartman at Pacific Pro here, and just want to get you a market update on the Washington apple crop now that the 2022 harvest is complete and the fruit's in the barn. We have a pretty good picture of the total crop size, average apple sizing, grades, and generally the overall quality this season. Most recent estimates for the total crop place it slightly under 100 million cartons for the first time in 15 years, with projections placing it around 99 million. This is a decrease of approximately 18% year over year, and really the biggest one-year swing we've seen in total volume, down from about 125 million last year. Biggest swing we've seen in the past 12 years, and it's anticipated to be 20% lower than the 5-year average crop size of 125 million as well. Prior estimates in the fall had it estimated around 108 million, but since it's been in the barn and packed out, we've seen that revised down to 99. The decrease in crop size is really due to a protracted cooler, wet spring and late frost and hailstorm during pollination. And then in addition, we had warm summer temperatures that left minimal cool nights in July and August for the apples to color up. So a little bit lighter on average than typical years. The unique growing season resulted in a delayed harvest about 2 to 3 weeks, which you probably experienced during the summer. And then the decent sized New York crop and the large Michigan apple crop have really helped offset the shorter Washington supplies to start the season. In an effort to ensure availability year-round, or at least minimize any gaps that we might see in apples supplies during the summer of 2023, most packers and shippers are rationing their schedules, their packing schedules to stay on target with monthly movement to ensure storage availability later. The cool spring and hot summer really resulted in fruit peaking around the 100 and 113 count and tighter on 88s and larger. This especially pronounced on Galas and Gold Delish, although Grannies, Fujis, and Reds are experiencing the tighter supplies as well. Smaller sizing, 113 count and smaller, have decent availability, and pricing's kind of in the average ranges, which is good for food service needs. The one exception, as you probably are seeing, is in Granny Smith, which due to the shorter crop, it's down almost 31% based on estimates from last season. And Washington being the primary growing region for this variety, it's really resulting in shorter supplies and really stronger pricing overall, although we've seen that the last few years in Granny, so that's not a big surprise. Galas are expected to lead production once again around 19 million boxes, and that's down a little bit from last year, about 9% from last year. The second largest variety is the Red Delicious, and that's off about 24% from last year over year from 2021. Organic apples will take up or be about 14 million boxes, or 13% of the total harvest. Domestic demand seems to be consistent with recent years, offset slightly by some larger local apple crops. We anticipate seeing some of these inventories diminish in Q1 of 2023 as they clean them up for the season, and that'll push more demand to Washington. Macroeconomic factors could impact consumer response, and that may push demand towards less expensive varieties. That remains to be seen. Lower export shipments, though, due to the stronger dollar, will improve domestic supplies, and that should help offset some of the smaller crop. With a little additional lead time this season, it does seem that most mixer apple and pear manifests are getting covered. We're getting almost everything covered with some flexibility. The lead time gives us adequate time to get in the queue at our warehouses to get the first available product that comes off the packing line. Really, shippers are building up limited inventory on most varieties, and especially on 88 counts and larger, and really all grades USX through premiums. We do expect this to be the case this season due to the crop size and distribution of the crop. Really, to help improve the likelihood of covering your apple and pear needs this entire season, all 12 months, we've ramped up our consolidation capabilities to allow for more pickups per load. And as such, there's really no limit in the number of picks we can do on a load, and it's not costing you, our partners, anymore. We're covering the cost of that. But it's allowing us to do 8, 9, even 10 picks on a single load. And we expect this flexibility to be very helpful in a tight year like this. This broad access to product, the number of shippers, packers we work with, along with our cross-stocking, really should allow us to remain very competitive price-wise, and then procure your trucks at very sharp rates in instances that we do that. We look forward to a great 22-23 apple and pear season. We sincerely appreciate your partnership and the opportunity to serve you and your customers. We thank you immensely. We hope you have a happy holiday season and a very Merry Christmas from all your friends at Pacific Pro. Thanks.